bring up the basket.
4-2.
Here's Atlanta with the basketball. And he hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Hawks with the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. To Bagley. Barnes. To Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Count the bucket for 2.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on a swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Ooh, I think people are leaving already.
Buries the trifecta.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Lets it fly from long range, not getting the bounce. De'Aaron Fox. That's out. Last touch by De'Aaron Fox. It's Atlanta ball. Goes to the right side. To Green. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Beyond the arc for 3. And the Kings secure the rebound. Barnes to Towns. Going to launch beyond the arc. Slam down. Karl Anthony Towns on the follow.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Draymond Green with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Millsap. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Paul Millsap able to recover with the block.
That's why. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Kicks it around the perimeter. To Millsap. 4-3. Steps out and hits.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. For 3. Missed it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Paul Millsap, very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Hawks coach gonna call a timeout. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Offensive board. To Millsap. Down to 5 on the 24. Paul Millsap. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Towns. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Nope. First one does not go. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
To Young. Fires the 3. And the rebound belongs to Sacramento. Right to Allen Crabbe. That is great vision to set it up. Karl Anthony Towns. Now. Four for 9.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Got it. Good trap, good trap.
Fires the 3. And the Kings able to clear the board. Hawks have it. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Got it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
The pass stolen by Sacramento.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
Catch up, baby.
To Towns. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2. Atlanta Hawks are in the penalty.
Rudy Gay. It's the Hawks with the basketball. Deep left corner. From long range. Cleans it up. And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
I got ball. Pick up. Match up.
Paul Millsap sends it away. Here's a chance from long range. Off the iron. No good. He'll let one fly from half court. 3 quarters complete. The Hawks already pulling away. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions. Entering the game for Sacramento.
lets it fly from long range, and he buries it.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Fox, tough matchup with Draymond Green. To Barnes. From the painted area, won't go down.
Pick up.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Good on the layup.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
All by himself, creates his own